Social media is not the problem, but the algorithm absolutely is. I was out here watering the plants and reflecting on right-wing radio and how that is the reason why, boomers have such poisoned minds about everything political. It's because for literally 4 decades at this point, they have been listening to these goons for hours and hours at a time while they're on their drives and commutes everywhere, and they have been listening to that, and they come to trust those people and have these, parasocial relationships with them, people like Rush Limbaugh and all those disgusting goons that have been, destroying their minds and lying to them and making them more and more right-wing, more and more racist, more and more capitalist, more and more xenophobic. That has all been an actual project, and it began right after the civil rights movement made its gains. And the biggest gains of the civil rights movement, which are both not as great as we think they are and also fantastic and definitive, is that socially it became no longer okay to be racist, etc., out loud, even though legislatively and such it was of course a thing and actually got worse legislatively and led to the world that we have now. But anyway, the reason that I bring up social media and the algorithm is because since the TikTok era, right, when virality was essentially small d democratized and anyone could go viral, and that is when we really started rapidly changing the way that people think about lots of really important issues, because people were able to report their own lives quickly and not go through the intermediary step of having to be popular for some other reason before they could achieve virality. That changed society more than a lot of other things have. And it also helped us to escape the trap that our boomer and Gen Z, etc., folks fell into of just listening to right-wing radio, because people stopped trusting corporate news a long time ago because it is corporate and it is capitalist. Whether it is Fox News or it is CNN, there's certain stuff they're just not going to say, and there's stuff that makes them more similar than they are different. Don't at me. But a lot of the hate we have for social media is actually misplaced, because even though the algorithm can bring us stuff we want, what it actually does is it protects deep right-wingers by hiding them from the scrutiny of the rest of the population, who thinks what they are saying is disgusting, right? It allows them to grow in secret, right? It's not the whole idea of like a false equivalency between different kinds of echo chambers is like so silly, right? Because, in leftist echo chambers, we're trying to find ways to get people food and capitalism and get people wages. And over there, they're saying things like all lives splatter. Look up cop Facebook. Anyway, we are not looking to be Luddites here, right? We're not looking to completely get rid of technology. And what we want to do is we want to take what is good of technology and improve it, and take out from it what is no longer useful, what is actively harmful from it. And I can even drill it down into it further and say the algorithm or algorithms period are not the problem, but the algorithms we have are controlled by right-wing, hyper-capitalist, billionaire ghouls who want to sell us stuff, want to hide what their donors don't want you to see, and want to keep us siloed from each other in ways that actually protect the worst of us. There is a sort of maximalist thinking around the internet that like everybody just needs to get off the internet, and like that's how they got us the first time, is because we didn't have a way to connect with each other near and far that they didn't have control over. And when we got that, they had to find a way to take that control of it, because in just a few short years, we were able to undo like decades of right-wing radio and again, CNN and Fox News propaganda.